So what do I say? What brings you here today? Well, it's over the phone, but what do you need therapy for? What's the one pressing thing? Getting over this shit. I was just in a extremely abusive relationship for a year. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I was literally in one of those situations where like I have to tell my therapist about you, but not in a cute way, in a fucking like traumatized way. And no, not just from that one threesome instance, but yeah, that did actually traumatize me. Like he like he would ask me all the time to do things. Gave me anxiety. And maybe that's why she had diarrhea too, because she knew he was going to ask us to do things. I don't know. Before, like, even when you know how I would feel, like, when I would, like, before it was, like, a torture of feeling confused and wanting validation from him and loving him and blah, blah, blah. Now, it's, when I left him, I felt an immense amount of peace. Like, when I said no to the apartments, when I just being away, I felt an immense amount of peace. Until recently, and until all the recordings and all the truth, it was like a nail in the coffin. Like, okay, this is the closure you needed, and now that the closure's there, it fucking sucks so bad. Like, there's just so much emotions. Like, none of them have really anything to do with wanting him, honest to God. It's more of like just processing and realizing, like, as the fog wears off, that everything that you've been through is not okay. And I'm just like, why? Like, you know, I fucking hate everything right now. Like, I'm so mad. I'm just so mad and hurt, grossed out that, like, he's just making pasta today. Like, it's nothing. Like, oh, I abuse women and fuck, I'm on trial, but hey, I'm gonna make pasta. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucked. Oh, and then her, like, oh, whenever she came into the picture, like, imagine going through abuse, physical, emotional, everything, financial, just giving him money for groceries, bringing over wine. He fucking drinks it with her on that live stream, probably fucked her brains out that night. Do you, like, and you're probably thinking, because you hate me, haha, that's really funny. But for somebody, like, at the time, I remember how bad that hurt. Like, and even more because he's a narc piece of shit, he didn't care at all. So yeah, I am just thinking, ruminating, as you say, over everything. And it's so much from day one. You're right, he was always a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit who painted himself into like a ham-colored turd. That's all he was. Ham-colored shit. Oh. And now I just hate him so bad, and I just think it's not fair, and I'm just like going through all these steps. For what? Like, what did I do? You know? It's just one of those things that I'm just pitying myself, like, why me? You know? I am farmhouse, I'm having a hard time, and I feel weak and stupid, you know? And I feel I hate being vulnerable and crying about it, because all people do is snatch that and think, oh, she's crying over Nader again. You know, like, they don't even give a fuck. Like, this is just something that's fucked with me so bad, and I'm so vulnerable about, and it's just, I made it so public. It's just hard. I'm just so tired. It's like you want justice, or not just justice, but like, yeah, like you just feel like, what the fuck? I feel like I'm like, for me, my like things are just standing still, and the world is just moving fast. You know? And like, anyway, I'm just like afraid of something coming in and like shattering my fragile world, you know? Like, I never had anxiety like this before, you know? Like, for real, it's really bad sometimes. So yeah, I'm glad I'm gonna talk to them tomorrow. Maybe they can even refer me. Like, one therapist I talked to had a psychiatrist on board. So I really need to prioritize my brain, you know? But even with that, I don't know what the proper treatment is, you know? Like, I just feel like you always have to jump through hoops. I just have to be patient and just keep myself composed enough to get the proper help I need. But yeah, somewhat Steph, you're right. I feel like I'm on the right path, and it does help me, like, you know? But then whenever I, like, see him, and I, like, even just picture it, knowing he's doing something, even if he goes to jail, I'm gonna have so much anxiety. Just the whole thing, I'm having such a hard time with it. Oh god, his behavior is horrible. And I know what you mean, because he does blame me, like, in that kitchen. So, fuck, one time I had a yeast infection, like, one day, he put fingers in and pulled out, and he's like, what is there, pizza dough? I know it's TMI, but that's what yeast infection is. And I was like, pizza dough? What the fuck are you talking about, pizza dough? You guys can gross out and make fun of me. I know it's gross. So then I was grossed out and freaking out. Nader is a yeast infection. So then I got some Canesten or whatever the fuck you get for that shit. Ew, I know. Fast forward to the gonorrhea day. He tried blaming it. He's like, I don't know. Your friggin' dough probably gave it to us. There you go. He didn't try cooking with it. Stop! I'm gonna throw up. I don't think I've ever had... this is the first one I had. I had, like, BV once before. Like, as a, like, older teenager. When I became sexually active, I got BV. BVJ. But I never had a yeast infection. Like, it's doughy shit. That's the first thing ever, like, since being with him. It didn't have a smell. That's why we didn't notice. Because if there was a smell, he would notice. Like, you know. I would notice, I'm sure. I don't know. Like, yeah, so he blamed my dough on the gonorrhea. He blamed the gonorrhea on the dough. I reminded him, and he was so calm about it, like, dough. Like, he wasn't really grossed out. That's why I know he's plowing doo-doo, and without a problem. Because if he was okay with the dough, he's gonna be okay with the sards. Sorry, but it's true. I'm still trying to process the fact that somebody I spent 5 months pushing family members away, pushing friends away for, isolating myself for, going through fucking emotional hell for, possibly endangered my health even more. Yeah, never raw dog. This is your PSA for the fucking day. So disgusting. Why am I even on here talking about this? Anyway, we're gonna go get the test results with some cute Halloween earrings. It might make it a bit easier.